I think it was. First of all, it's nice to win. It's nice to get that first one, under our belt at home. 3 home games in the league. It's important to grab points here because it's a hard league to go on the road. So it's just a really important match for us to come away with a win. There's a lot of guys in there that have had a lot of minutes over the last month, and I thought Portland was very good. I thought they're a handful. I can see why they've got the points that they have. They're physical. They seem to have some real buy-in to Coach Neville and what they're doing. So that they gave us, I thought, their best shot, and we held up. Again, their physicality, their transition moments are tough to deal with, and we made a lot of little plays that mattered tonight. And that's if anything, I can pinpoint some of the results that haven't gone our way up in this point. Is we just didn't make these little plays that mattered in the box, whether it's blocking a shot or helping out your next your teammate, and it was just a really good effort from everybody. We ain't perfect. We got a lot of work to do. Now we can go back and have a full week to prepare and work on ourselves and get better from training sessions and get a little bit of an exhale tomorrow and Monday, and then look forward to going on the road.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the first win. Talk about Aliyu's ability to just be at the right place at the right time. Coco played the ball with the outside of his foot. The goalkeeper-defender clash, and Aliyu just goes in between them and scores.
Well, let me start by saying Coco, one of the things we kind of push on Coco is about delivering a final ball or really putting up numbers, whether it's goals and assists. And I give him an assist for that, and he's been, I think, one of our best players. And other than Ibra, from a production standpoint, it's nice to see Coco playing at the level he has in a response from his last game. So that was great. Ibra is, you need somebody that's hot, and but he's earned these. He's staying alive. We asked him, especially the way we play with Amin now, is kind of a false 9. It's important for him to find himself in the box and be available to score goals, because sometimes our overloads happen somewhere else, and we need bodies in the box, and he's been able to do that. Other than that, he had some good moments. He had some moments that we need to continue to work on with him and keeping possession and coming out the other way for higher percentage opportunities to allow our forwards to then come back into the play so we can even have more numbers in the box. So, again, a lot to work on, but Coco and Ibra, I thought, were very sharp tonight.
Hello, Ben. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to talk, and you already talked about this a little bit earlier. Amin Bassi playing a little bit more advanced. I asked you this earlier this week that you said it could be a possibility. How do you think he did today in that more advanced role, him switching as well with Seba?
He brings just a lot of quality to the game. So it's not how he's going to play. He's going to play good. He's clean. He connects. He's just a really effective player in this league. It's just, can we find him in the right spots? Is really how he's going to do on the game. So, Amin's going to do Amin, and we have to find him in the right areas for him to be effective. And I think for large stretches we did that. I thought we still failed to understand the fine line of killing a team off with the second goal, but also killing them off with a bunch of passes and just coming out the other way and just being more patient. Too many times we're rushing into opportunities that just aren't the right time, and it costs us a lot of energy going the other way. So, again, stuff to work on, but overall it means he's a gem.
Hey, Ben. Congrats on the win. Wanted to ask you about 2 players that stood out to me tonight. One was Ibrahim Aliyu, but he stood out because he came back on defense several times and caused Portland to lose the ball and help you regain possession. The second one was Ethan Bartlow. Great defensive performance, but also it looked like he was trying to get the ball out quick into a midfielder, almost set up Coco with a good opportunity there late in the second halves.
Yeah, both players had good games. Ibra, again, we spoke about Ibra, his two-way defending, or his ability to come back and help out is a great quality that he has. For me, Ethan was the man of the match, and he was solid on the ball, good passing day, but more importantly, he was a rock defensively. So that was a big game for him, and hopefully he can kind of build off of that.
And I was curious, and I wanted to ask you, late 80th minute or so, Dorsey does a slide tackle, prevents a dangerous attack from Portland, pumps up the crowd, and you walk away and shake your head. What went through your head at that moment?
Just that, yeah, it's fine. He's fine. He's got great energy. I love the kid. As long as he can get back and defend the corner, I'm okay with him pumping up the crowd. What you got?
Back here. Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thanks.
4 points out of 9. We've all mentioned about the new style of play that you've started, Cena versus Columbus, and then tonight as well. How could we see it going forward once Sebas Ferreira's back with the squad?
I don't know how much is going to change. I mean, you guys saw Sebas. He's going to help us, and we need some 9 help. Gabe did a good job coming in and bringing us some energy. Sebas is obviously somewhat of a proven player in this league and internationally, and we're going to try to get the best out of Sebastian. And, part of that's on us to be clear with what we want out of him, and also part of it's on him and him fitting in and doing what we need him to do to have success. But his mentality is a good one. He's coming back from this injury very quickly. He should be available next week. So that'll be that's a nice boost for the team. But how fit he is, we'll find out this week.
And then I'd like to ask you about the relationship with, you've basically got 5 midfielders out there with Basi, Seba, Gregus, Artur, Coco. Talk to us about how you give them their role and how they execute it.
There's not a lot of difference between how we teach the game, just because we move a different profile in a different spot. These principles are still similar. It's just the profiles change, and so that adds a little bit of a different wrinkle or tweak in some certain areas where Amin can overload a little lower, but maybe not threaten, in between the center backs as much. So it's, he's an easy guy to play with. And he's versatile, and he's just he's selfless, and he combines so well. He loves to play, loves the pass, and he's just a lot of quality. So I feel like I can move him anywhere. He's pretty sharp tactically and finds good spots. And again, he's just clean on the ball. But it's important for us, when he's up there, to do some different things, so we're still threatening behind, where teams will keep jamming us. And I thought Ibra did a good job of that, and also Griffin.
Congratulations, Coach, for the win. And what do you think about Jane Gregus, the season that he's having right now? And are you going to continue to play with the fast night?
I've said before that we'll just keep looking at the opponent and, put our best team on the field. But if there's, a team that, doesn't make sense to put him there and maybe back into the 10, that's a week-to-week thing that we'll keep looking at. Again, some of it has to do with form and getting the best players on there, but some of this has to do with the opponent as well.
Hey, Ben. Obviously, it's a long season, but going out of the Champions Cup earlier this week, beating this Portland team who came in first place, how big is this a moment for you guys? We heard a little bit of the locker room, a little excited, but how big is this as a moment, that something you guys can kind of build off of?
It's a really big moment. A loss today would hurt. And these guys put a lot into this last stretch and this last month. and for them to dig in today, and it's physical, but it's also mental. And when the games come fast and furious, and a team has all week to prep for you and go after you, and especially a team like Portland that, you know, you really have to concentrate because of the transition moments, and the physicality comes fast and furious, and to be dialed in like that is a really tricky task. And I just was proud of them to kind of hang in there down the stretch. You could tell, again, mentally, physically, it was at times a slog. Still, we need to manage the game better with the ball and make better decisions and all this stuff. But that's for early in the season. It's about getting some results before you're perfect. And I was proud that they did that today.
Hi, Coach. The team obtains a clean sheet, right? The midfield, you got another addition in there and some guys who are playing other positions, right? Maybe not something that we expected, but you have also said that Sebas will come back. So how much does this help you in the future when all your guys are healthy and potentially, you know, Blessing adding into there and the future?
You could tell, you know, we talked about us being thin, and so, you know, Latif coming in, and we got to kind of assimilate him into this, and then we got to re-assimilate Sebastian. He's been out for a good while, so he's got to get fit. He's got to prove that he needs to be back on the field. So meanwhile, we're getting guys, you know, real minutes that can increase our depth. We're in a bunch of tournaments this year. We're going to need everybody, and each game's a learning experience for us still. You know, okay, we know who we are for the most part, but each game's a learning experience. You know, I mean, playing a number 9, that's new for us. So, you know, is that something we can go into for certain games? Yeah, that's why we're doing that now. But now in the future, we have these pictures in our mind and what it looks like. Yeah, we need depth, and we're going to continue to add. You know, we're constantly looking for 1, 2, maybe 3 new players in the next couple weeks to keep on trying to add to this team. We're certainly not done, and we need to push these guys and have some more competition. Good, thanks, guys.